a groundbreaking crossover of sports, activism, and youth empowerment. Former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick and Super Bowl champion Marshawn Lynch are stepping onto Canadian ice, but not as players. Instead, the two iconic athletes are teaming up with the Hockey Diversity Alliance to launch the largest youth BIPOC road hockey tournament ever held in Canada, scheduled for August 16, 2025, in Toronto. This ambitious initiative is more than just a game. It is a movement to reclaim space in a sport that has long struggled with representation and inclusion. Set against the urban backdrop of downtown Toronto, the event will welcome 250 children from Black, Indigenous, and other racialized communities, all free of charge. For many of these young participants, it will be their first formal introduction to hockey, not in the intimidating environment of a cold arena, but outdoors, where accessibility and energy come first. The goal is simple, yet powerful: to break the ice both literally and symbolically, and invite more kids of color into the game. Colin Kaepernick, known for his brave stand against racial injustice by kneeling during the USA national anthem, has always pushed boundaries beyond the football field. Now, by turning his attention northward, he is bringing his activism to Canadian soil, aligning with a cause that resonates deeply with both sides of the border. In a recent statement, Kaepernick emphasized that access is the first step toward equity, calling hockey a beautiful sport that should be enjoyed by all, regardless of race, background, or income. Marshawn Lynch, whose larger-than-life persona and no-nonsense attitude have made him a fan favorite, brings a different flavor to the partnership. Someone who grew up in an underserved community himself, Lynch has long been a vocal advocate for youth programs. "I am just here so kids can play," he joked, referencing his famous media line. But behind the humor lies a serious mission: to support pathways that let marginalized youth thrive through sport. The Hockey Diversity Alliance, formed in 2020 by NHL players like Akeem Aliu and Evander Kane, has been tirelessly working to dismantle systemic racism within hockey. This upcoming tournament is one of its boldest projects to date, merging community outreach, celebrity power, and national visibility into a one-day event that organizers hope will leave a lasting impact. Beyond the matches, there will be educational booths, mentorship stations, cultural performances, and appearances from professional players. Toronto was chosen as the host city, not just for its love of hockey, but because of its rich cultural fabric and history of civic engagement. Local community centers, schools, and grassroots organizations have rallied around the initiative, helping identify children who could benefit most from participating. From Scarborough to Rexdale, neighborhoods are buzzing with anticipation. For many families, the idea that their child will get to meet Kaepernick or Lynch, let alone play in a tournament backed by them, is already creating waves of excitement. The ripple effect is extending beyond Toronto as well. Canadian NHL stars like Subban and Sarah Nurse have voiced support for the event, with some expected to make surprise appearances. Youth hockey programs in cities like Vancouver, Winnipeg, and Montreal are watching closely, with hopes of replicating similar tournaments if Toronto's proves successful. It is a moment of inspiration that could mark a turning point in how Canada engages its diverse youth in hockey. Critics, however, have not been silent. Some traditionalists argue that hockey should remain apolitical, or question whether figures like Kaepernick, who is often criticized for being polarizing, should be involved in Canadian sports programs. But organizers and supporters are unfazed. "This is about kids. This is about joy. This is about belonging," said Hockey Diversity Alliance co-founder Akeem Aliu. "And if you have a problem with that, then maybe the problem is not with us." The impact of this tournament may go far beyond one summer day. For children who often do not see themselves represented in mainstream hockey culture, this event could plant the seed for lifelong participation, whether they go on to join leagues, become fans, or simply hold a positive memory of playing a sport that felt welcoming. The goal is to shift the narrative, one slapshot at a time. As August 16, 2025 approaches, excitement is building. Jerseys are being printed, volunteers trained, and streets prepared for what promises to be a historic day in Canadian sports. But more than that, it is a statement that hockey can, and should, reflect the diversity of the country it calls home. And this summer in Toronto, two former NFL stars are helping make sure it does. And that wraps up this inspiring story from the heart of Toronto, where sports, activism, and community are coming together like never before. If you believe in making hockey more inclusive, uplifting the next generation, and celebrating the power of unity, Then do not miss what happens on August 16, 2025. Like, share, and subscribe to West is Best for more powerful stories from across Canada. Let us keep pushing the conversation forward. One goal, one kid, one game at a time.